have you heard of the Nelson Mandela Effect?
No.
So there's controversy between these things that are like societally argued among, like Nelson Mandela's death.
Hmm.
A lot of people um, think that, or they distinctly remember that he died in prison in the 1980s, but
What?
he actually didn't die until 2013.
Right.
And the thing is, I did like a school project on Nelson Mandela when I was like fourth or fifth grade or something like that, and I like was reading books in the library, and I swear I remember that he died in prison too, but apparently he didn't. Another big one is like Jiffy. A lot of people thought it was called Jiffy, but it's always just been Jif.
Why? Because the way it reads on the box?
The name of the company is just Jif, but
Right. Well, people
reason,
think it's Jiffy.
oh, yeah, a lot of people thought it was Jiffy. Another one, Looney Tunes. A lot of people thought it was TOONS, but it's actually
Yeah, it is
TUNES.
tunes. Yeah, it is spelled like that. That's correct.
The
Wait, what?
Berenstain Bears was the big one. We're talking about the
Bearstein is the
Nelson
Bearstein?
Mandela effect.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I always thought it was the Berenstain Bears, but apparently it's the Berenstain Bears.
Hmm.
And the authors, like the family that owns the company, is called the Berenstains. Curious George Without a Tail, Sex and the City versus Sex
Yeah.
and the City.
Sex and it. Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always thought
I
it
still
was
say
Sex
Sex
and
in
the
the City.
City.
For some reason.
Yeah, me too.
Febreze.
This is what? Oh, the way it's spelled?
Yeah, people thought it was with two E's, but it's actually just one E.
People couldn't believe it was butter. And then,
Yeah. Oscar Mayer was another one.
Oscar Mayer.
like the
Yeah.
Skechers with a T and Skechers without a T?
Yep. And there's no T in Skechers.
There's no T in
That's
Skechers?
weird.
No, but like half the
Oh, and
population
Fruit
would think
Loops.
they did. Yeah, Fruit Loops.
I
was
thought
the big one.
Fruit Loops was actually Fruit Loops.
No, I remember the two things on the box with the fruit. It's a play on words.
Conspiracy nuts will think that that there were like separate dimensions that kind of got mixed into each other. There's like an A and B dimension, and at some
Wait,
point,
hold on. And they believe there's different dimensions, just on people being off or they remember wrong?
yeah, because there's so many people that remember a certain thing a certain way.
But there are different. There really is two different. I mean, multiple dimensions. You don't think there's other dimensions?
I think so.
Yeah,
There has
Gotta
to
be.
But yeah,
You know why I say that?
there's at least one for sure because we see it, we experience it. Time, we know time exists, but we can't see time. So there has to be a level that you can actually see time.
Did you read the A Brief History of Time? Have you read that book? It's by Stephen Hawking.
No, I haven't seen it.
No, it's a book. Like we had to read that in high school.
No, but I always think about it. I was just like, that would be
I think that's what
so amazing once we can actually see the like the next dimension. It would be pretty cool. I was actually trying to write a script about it, but I'm having a hard time coming up with like a story.
Yeah,
plot.
it's talking about how, well, because we don't know what we don't know, there's got to, we assume that there's something else out there. Because the universe is forever expanding. There's no way to explore it. So we know there's some planets, some of them we don't even know if they're really there.
But I think that's the answer itself too. The fact that we know there's space and we know that there's all these planets and galaxies, but the measure how far away it is from us just doesn't make any sense to us.
Yeah, it's unfathomable.
There's a way somebody should be able to reach what that is. And the only way to get to that thing is time. That's what the thing that we're missing. And so there has to be this other dimension that makes it easier for us to get to that area. Because think about like we know China exists or Japan, but imagine trying to explain that to an ant and telling it how far away it is from us right now. Like it would make no sense to the ant, like because the distance is just too huge. that's how these other galaxies look to us. So it's just, but there's like, there's other routes of getting to it.
Yeah, agreed. It's
I
just
don't even know how to,
completely,
like,
you can't
if there are
fathom it.
people, if there are people who are actually studying this shit, trying to figure it out.
Dude, there's a good video I could send you that will explain it so clearly.
Oh, we forgot the dope shit. Damn
I
it.
didn't really have anything.
Oh, come on, dude. This would have been, you just talked about a video just now. I mean, I'm recording this, so this
But
will be the
that's
bonus.
about time, like dimensions and stuff. It makes perfect sense, and it's really interesting.
But it is about how, because time moves in one direction,
Yeah.
that you're assuming that there's got to be either another dimension that goes this way, or crosses, or something, or even parallel. They never
But
touch
yeah,
each other.
but it's like,
Yeah.
no, it's like, at least we know, like, you know, your birthday existed, but you can't actually go back to that period of time,
I
because
wish.
we're going in one where we're experiencing time
Oh, are
through
we going
one.
there? If you
Hmm?
you could go back in time, where would you go, and why would you kill
Yeah,
Hitler?
but the fourth dimension, that's like, imagine if you, how would we look if you got to see how we existed in every moment in time, like, how this is how I am at 10:45, like I could go back to 10:44 me, or 10:30, like how would that look like? And I try to think about, like, how, how the earth looks, it's a globe right now, but if we were to see that in time, the earth wouldn't look like a globe, it would look like a donut, because you would see exactly where the earth is at every moment in time when it's spinning. So think of
Oh, I see.
where all of that keeps going, and
Uh-huh.
you should be able to go to, like, where the earth is at winter, or where the earth is at summer, or that, like, because you see all those moments of time where it used to be. That's how it would look in the fourth dimension.
And so does the video tell you, like, if we could do A, B,
Yeah,
C,
it's just
and
like,
D?
we just need to figure out how can we step out of this timeline and go to that moment of time where this specific part where we want to see, or how do you, like, wrap your mind about
Fast forward on
how would
Westworld.
we look in the fourth dimension? We wouldn't look like this, where we're only determined by left, right, and with, like, like measurements that make us 3D.
Mm-hmm.
We would have to incorporate time in us also, because we're only at seeing us with
We're all
one.
moving in the same
Yeah, but if you got to
direction.
see yourself in the fourth dimension, you would have to be able to see. You would look like a snake, kind of, or like a tube going, like, kind of. You would see the path of you walking out of your house, going into your driveway. You would look like a snake at that moment, but you're not like a different creature. It's just you just now have the vision of seeing more of you.
I see what you mean. I see exactly what you mean. It's
Yeah,
it's like watching a train go by, where
yeah,
you're actually seeing the line that puts you from point A to point B. In the train, you're just on the train. But for
yeah,
someone looking
exactly.
from the outside, you're this straight line.
Yeah.
You're
Somebody
you're a
if
collection
somebody
of
looking at
distances.
like a person in the fourth dimension looking at you will be able to see where you were, the whole path you just took, but
Yeah.
we could only see one at a time, so we don't look that weird. We were like, I could only see you at this given moment, like, that's it. It would be cool. It would be really cool to see.
I don't think it'll
It
happen.
would, it would take a lot of getting used to. It would freak
Would
us out. Like,
it would, but would you try it out if someone came up with a
yeah,
machine?
I definitely would. I would like to
I think it's
witness.
impossible for us at this time. I feel like I've read something on like studies just because it's so societally ingrained into us, how things work, like 1+1 is 2 type of situation.
You think our
But if
brain
there's,
wouldn't be able to comprehend it?
it wouldn't be able to comprehend it because we have so many like nuances and just ideas that we kind of just like take in all the time unconsciously. I think
Mhm.
they've done like studies where children were kind of separated from any sort of contact whatsoever for a long time, just kind of see how they would develop.
Mhm.
And I think those studies have been outlawed. It's cruelty, but
No,
it's
but I mean,
interesting that
Because it would be like
if if we're used to thinking in linear terms, just because time is linear, and you don't have the capacity, you only have the capacity to think in terms of 2 seconds from now, or like, time ahead of me, time behind me, and the now doesn't really exist. Like by the time
Right.
I'm done with the sentence, it's in the past type shit. Right.
Mhm.
So if you step outside of that and you're looking at it from a fourth dimension, then you could still, I think, comprehend. Now you're just off the line, but you can still pinpoint how it all fits together.
But we're fortunate that we actually exist in the third dimension. So there's one we have to think about how would we ask questions to like a 2D person, how, if you were looking at like Bart Simpson on like your TV screen, how would you explain to him what a basketball is, like that you could grab, like because they only see like this line, like if you're on 2D you only see a flat, but how do you explain grab this ball with two of your hands? Like it's a thing that they're not. He wouldn't understand how to grab a ball, like because like.
Yeah,
So we have to think about like how does somebody from that's in that to explain time to us, and how you interact with it, like when you get to kind of see it from all angles.
is
Like,
there a movie about that? I wonder.
not yet. I'm trying to work on one.
Obi's working on it right now.
Holla at your friends.
Yeah.
Holla at your friends in Hollywood. This could be dope.
It would be
Like the
pretty awesome.
fourth perspective, like the fourth wall. Call it the fourth wall.
Yeah, it
And
would be cool.
no, but I mean, they do it on TV shows all the time. You talk to the camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're living in this dimension, and all of a sudden you just turn this way, and then now you can interact over here.
Mm-hmm.
So think of a movie plot where you're playing this guy who has the ability to literally step outside of his body, look at himself in the fourth dimension, grab the pin, or think of it like, just say it's a vinyl, and just like go,
And then like pull him back to another part of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
And
do
then
that.
you just take that pin, and then you just move the needle right here, move the needle right to the left, and now you're backwards. Then you go back into your body, and now you're.
But to us, it's like such a hard, impossible thing to do. But that's
Dude, that
like
would be
just
a
might
dope
be
movie.
just regular thing for them to do. It's like it's not really an impossible feat. It's just
No, but dude, think about the movie.
yeah, you could do a lot of cool stuff with that.
There's no way no one's done that. With all the.
Well, I think Adam Sandler already did that in the movie Click, and it doesn't end up well.
I didn't watch that one. Oh, he could control his lifetime with his remote control. Was that the thing?
With his Bed Bath & Beyond remote, universal remote.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. No, I mean like to where it's you can see.
One did like. Have you ever seen the movie Primer?
No.
What? Y'all have never? Oh, y'all gotta watch Primer.
No, okay.
Because that movie is so dope.
Is it better than the B movie?
It's by far the best movie that explains what time travel would be, like if it was actually possible. Like they go through like the physics of it and actually show you what it would take. Like because all these other time travel movies always deal with, oh, we're gonna go back years or something. Primer,
The Edge of Tomorrow was brilliant, I thought.
Like Primer, they're just trying to go back like a couple minutes. Like let's say you had the ability to go back just a couple minutes, and
That'd be dope.
that would
things I would avoid. Let me punch this guy in the face. Nope. All right, never mind. Let me go back.
It's like
We should have been ahead. No,
dude,
let me go back. Let me run to the left.
That just having the ability to do that, you would have so much power to do so much stuff. Like it would be insane.
Isn't that kind of like that Jake Gyllenhaal movie when he has to keep going
Source
back?
Code?
Source Code, yeah.
Yeah.
Source Code, that sounds familiar.
He's on the train and he has to stop it from blowing up.
Yeah.
But I think by far Primer is by far the best hands down movie about anything time travel that you'll ever watch. Like
you didn't like Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise?
It was okay. That's to me. That's just like some blockbuster. It's not really like
the concept I thought was dope.
But that's not the first time I've seen that concept. Like the X-Files did that first to me.
I don't know.
They made an episode all about that, and that was just a super blown X-Files episode to me.
Mm.
So
I'm sure there's Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. That's what that is.
no, horrible.
No, I'm talking about the
The
game, not
video
the
game.
movie.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
game,
the
not
video
the
game was
movie.
great.
The game was dope. Not the
Also, Jake
movie.
Gyllenhaal.
I didn't care about. I didn't care about to watch that movie. We talked about video game adaptation in the previous show, but I think if you had the power to go back, even if it's just 30 seconds, and but you'd have a limit. You can only do that like three times, once a day. Once a day, you get 30 seconds of your life back. How do you use it? Okay, let's be generous. Let's say you get 2 minutes. 2 minutes of your life back.
That's what Primer is about. You can do a lot.
But is there a limit per day or per something? Because if it's limited, it's silly. If
there isn't.
You can just keep living the same moment over and over again. Sex will be hours and days and months.
Yeah, you can.
That's you don't ruin the movie for me now.
No, why would there be a limit?
No, there's got to be a cost or something attached to that.
There is a cost. There is a cost.
Is that the twist? Because if it is, don't tell me.
I can't say anymore.
You lose that lifetime.
I can't say anymore.
You lose
watch that movie.
If you use 30 minutes now, then it's 30 minutes less of your life. That would be. Maybe I just gave it away. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
You really have to think in like real term physics, like real, like this is not like movie magic kind of like, just think about the physics of what would actually happen.
That would make sense.
If that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Why would you lose another 30 minutes from like the future?
If you have a life expectancy, you're going to die at 7. Let's say you're going to die at 60. Okay. Mm-hmm. And at age 30, you've already used the other 40 because you kept going back because you wanted to be on the swing more and because you wanted your birthday to last longer. Then you're gonna die at 30 because you used 40 years by going.
Maybe that's your movie, but that's not.
No, but that makes sense though. It's got to be taxing somehow.
Nah, it doesn't make sense to me.
How does it make sense?
There's another reason why that would cause a lot of problems.
Why?
You like those? Oh, go on, Obi.
I can't tell you because it spoils the movie.
No, but my premise, why does it not make sense?
I don't know, because I don't think time works that way. I don't think that
you're gonna die at some age, and it's just a countdown. It's not, you're not going up. It's a countdown. So you're gonna count down faster by doubling up.
What's the point of going back then? If you,
huh?
What's the point? Because isn't that like? And a lot of times when you hear people want to go back in time, they want to go back and save somebody or prevent something from happening. Like
fine, and the cost is.
But why can't you? If I could go back in time, why can I not avoid that?
Right, it's a never-ending loop.
You could avoid that if you could go back and change what that is.
Yeah, but you'll die sooner.
No, like why would you think I would die sooner if I could go back and change it? You get keyword change, like your route. You think that it's
pre-programmed.
It's hard programmed, but so then you're not. So no matter how many times you go back, you can't change anything.
No, you just get to enjoy something longer.
Yeah, no, how can I enjoy it longer if it can't be changed?
You change. You can do the same something else, but the time allocated to your life is finite. The time allocated to your life is finite. That doesn't change.
So you're telling me
all you want.
So the time that I'm gonna expire is predetermined. It can't be changed. So you're telling me if I go back in time and I stab myself, I'm not gonna die in that moment?
No.
Nope.
That's not your time.
I'll just keep surviving. I'll just keep walking through Earth.
Yeah.
Because I can't. Yeah. No. If I go back in time, I stab myself. I change time.
No, I think you can't erase your future self because your future already exists. Time is a social made up construct. So it's all a loop.
If you think about it in terms of amount of time, okay? Let's say you have 30 years. Let's be cruel. You have 30 years and you're gonna die at 30. No, it's not you're gonna die at 30, it's that you just have 30 years. Whether
this is Time Code with Justin Timberlake.
What?
There's a movie about this.
Fuck me.
This is your movie. This is Justin Timberlake made your movie.
Was that the barcode one where they could
Yeah, where
Oh, I
you
remember
keep
that.
time is currency, so you have to keep buying time to stay alive and stuff
I'm
like
not
I
that.
saying you
can
have to
I can
buy
see
time. I'm
that
saying
being
you
weird.
cannot
But that one is the time you have a guaranteed amount of time to be alive, and that's it. Like,
No, there's just not you can buy it. It's just it's finite. You have 30 years worth of
yeah,
life. How do you want to use it?
yeah. But if you were able to
Want
go
to
back
double
in that
up? Double up.
timeline, if that only works if you're in a linear kind of thing and everything is just going in the direction it's
I
going.
understand.
But if you have the ability to go back and adjust something, you at that moment have the ability to change anything.
Okay.
Like yeah. So the whatever just happened can be changed.
Yeah. And if I die, I die. I can't not go beyond my 30 years.
You're not understanding.
No,
You're
I'm
not
kidding.
understanding
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I get it.
it.
I'm just playing bad
Okay.
devil's advocate. But that'd be a dope
Oh
movie
man.
though. I'm surprised it's not done. Or maybe
It
somebody did.
is done. Your movie is done. It's called Time Code.
Oh, fuck that. I'm not watching Justin Timberlake in the movie. I'm sorry. I'm
Mhm.
It
not
actually wasn't a terrible movie, if I
I
remember.
actually liked it. It was good.
not doing it. I am not gonna watch that.